Welcome back, everybody, to OWCS NA. Again, I'm Ash, your host. I'm joined here by Rose and Jack. But before we get into the next matchup, let's take a look at our standings here for NA. We just wrapped up first match of the day. That was Nightmare taking it at 3-1 up against Supernova. But overall, Rose, again, I think that it's been an interesting start to the season with some dark horses, such as this Nightmare squad having such a strong start.
But the season isn't over. I'm holding out hope that things can shake up here. Remember that it's round robin, and we could really see some of these teams at the bottom bring it back. A couple of these teams haven't had a whole lot of time together just yet, so maybe once they start to get some oil in the works, they'll really be grooving and we can see some shakeups.
Looking forward to that for sure. But before we even get into the next matchup, we have a lovely guest joining us on the desk here as well. We're going to be bringing Dante on to help us chat a little bit through like SSG versus DhillDucks. Okay, there we go. We fixed that. Hi, Dante. How are you doing? How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
We miss you, Dante. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been pretty well. I'm excited to see this next game. It'll be a good one. I see the Hunter streaming, so maybe I'll watch through his stream. It'll be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should definitely be fun. I think, I guess the conversation here between SSG and DhillDucks, Dante, is the expectation is for SSG to take this, but I think I want to walk it back even to their match that they had last week up against Nightmare, where they ended up losing that 1-3. SSG really just haven't had the start to the season that we expect out from this team. Granted, two strong teams that they started off facing up against, but that Suravasa match where SSG started up and then ended up getting reverse sweep by Nightmare to have Nightmare take the series. I want to know from your perspective as a player, what do you do in those situations? Because it does feel like they kind of got like mentally boomed heading into Runasapi.
Yeah, so it always feels bad when you lose a map that you should have won, but you just gotta move forward. Don't talk about the past, just move forward towards the future and try to like reassure each other that it's okay. Like, you know, all it takes is like 2 big mistakes and you can lose a map like that. So, you know, it could be personal mistakes, it could be team play mistakes. All it takes is a few, and then good teams will capitalize on it. So just look past it and go towards the future. That's definitely all you got to do.
Obviously, Freya's like perma-pick right now, and I did want to know who's been doming you most in ranked right now on Freya. Like, who do you think is the best Freya currently in NA?
Oh, I think Tree. I think Tree is insane at Freya. He just doesn't miss, and he has like really good movement. That guy's insane.
As a tank player, Dante, how do you like deal with the pressure that a Freya is even putting down on you? What do you feel like are your go-tos to try to counter that hero when you play?
Okay, so luckily for tank, it doesn't feel that bad. If you're playing like Ram, you can just block when you get shot, and then the stickies don't do as much damage. Orisa feels pretty good to play against her because you can hit the spears when she's mid-air and stuff. So for tank, it's not too bad, but I pray for my teammates because one-hit heroes they're fun to play against, and I'm sure my teammates are having a blast. So.
Yeah,
but you can play Doom now. You could be you're one-hitting people. I've been
you just punch him.
Oh, okay. I forgot about Doom. I will not play Doom against Freya. That character, it'll like she's flying around, pausing, and I'm like, how do you aim at
just
that?
get dominated.
It's so impossible. Yeah. But just pick the right tanks. Okay, that's my advice.
Great advice going forward. But as we head into this SSG versus DhillDucks matchup, we also have a fun game that we actually want to play with you, Dante. We're playing the emoji game this time around. If you guys aren't familiar with it, we've played this on OWCS before, and we're gonna have player name. I guess 3 emojis are gonna correlate to player names on either the SSG or the DhillDucks roster. So let's bring up the first one. I'm gonna take you guys through this. You, Dante, are gonna be working with Jack and Rose on this. So this one should be pretty easy. Number 1, super easy, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's Razor.
Oh, Razor the player. Okay,
Razor Blade. Yeah, right.
Yeah. We're getting there. The cogs are getting there. It was a freebie for the first one, so we can like warm up into this. Now let's bring up number 2.
I don't like the way you said it's going to be.
Oh, Seeker. Right?
Wait. Oh, okay. Rose is just the goat, apparently. Okay,
Simple.
that makes sense. I was like, is there like a detective player? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
like Detective Seeker.
we got Sherlock back in the mix or what?
You really went the detective route, huh? Okay, let's bring up number 3. Let's give Dante
Yeah,
an
I'm
opportunity to
back
cook.
with
Dude, you guys are too fast.
Someone else
Like,
can do it.
instantly, I was like, okay.
No cheating.
Ooh. Oh, hold on. I need to think
Why are you
about all
making
the
a face,
players.
Jack?
I know what. Okay. Okay. What is in
sugar
those
free,
treats?
sugar free.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. I was like,
Easy clap. Easy clap.
hell yeah.
Okay, let's bring up the fourth one.
This one's gonna be demon time. You already know.
We're doing 6 total. guys.
Okay.
So this is the
Six?
third.
Sheesh.
Yes. You guys are
Hey,
flying.
putting in the
through. What
work,
do you
big
mean?
guy. Come on.
You're
Technically could be like 14.
the baby angel emoji gets me every single time. It looks
What
Wait, is Angelic on the roster?
That's like a real.
no.
No,
Is it
Bliss.
Bliss?
Yes.
like
Yes,
living
it
in
is.
bliss kind of thing. Yeah, I also went to angelic, but
No, what is this
Bliss.
baby emoji? Like, I actually.
It's an
I've
angel.
never seen that before. That's
it's
like
like
deep
an
stuff.
angel. It's like a cherub. It's like a
I don't
cherub,
like that.
guess. I don't like it either, but it's okay. We're moving on. We can wipe it off our screens. Let's head to the next one.
what?
This is quite the combination.
Wait, I have it.
What is this?
I have it. Wait,
feel like
I'll let
Rose already
Dante
knows.
answer. No, you don't know? Okay.
got no idea?
I was gonna
Wait,
give
what-
you a guess.
what is it?
No,
Lock in.
PDK. P Donkey Kong.
Oh,
She's so
that's crazy.
good. Okay, that is crazy. K
Wild,
for
that's wild.
cock
Guys.
is an
Dude,
insane.
this has to be
like,
scripted. There's no way.
That's insane.
It
Yeah, that's
absolutely
what
is
I'm
scripted.
saying.
Not by me though. Not by me. Last one, guys. Last one. Lock in. This is the hardest one, I think. But
I will say,
Bubbles, a bell,
Rose is
and
too
an
good. I
eagle.
was told that Rose is really good at this game.
where is the Liberty Bell?
I don't know.
I like how she's dropping hints right now.
Dante, where's the Liberty Bell, bro? Where is
Dude, I don't even know what that means. Like, what are we saying?
Okay, wait. Dante, are you a sports fan? No,
No, I don't watch sports at all. I mean, I watch World Cup
Football?
every 4
That's okay.
years, but that's all.
It's okay. I'm not a sports fan either, but I do somehow know this one. Rose, just send
Philly,
it.
Philly Eagles. It's Frothy Philly.
Eagles?
Frothy Philly, bro. Dude, what
Oh.
It's like, listen, the bubbles are like the frost. I don't really know the bell. I really only knew because
What's
of
the
eagle, I'm
eagle?
not gonna lie.
Yeah, the Liberty Bell.
It's a
Like, the
Philly
Liberty
for
Bell
Eagle.
is in Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia,
The Philadelphia
Eagles.
Eagles.
Dude, the American
It's okay.
sports is just going to.
You're from the UK. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
fair.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's totally fine. But yeah, that was quite the game. Rose, thank you for the carry. I think everyone had their hand. Everyone had their hand in. But Rose was just like, you knew when she knew the answer. Like her face lit up.
She's cheating. It
like,
was
I
scripted,
wasn't
like Dante said.
cheating.
I
I don't know what it is.
You just gotta lock in. But as we wrap up, I guess the conversation about SSG versus DhillDucks, I want to give you guys a chance, like for all three of you, give me your predictions right now. Dante, you start off. We'll go from left to right.
3-0 SSG.
Yeah, it's got to be 3-0, surely. Like, if Spacestation lose a map here, like, I don't know, they're doomed. They're doomed.
No, we're crashing
Hunter
it
needs
if
a
they
new
lose
book,
a map,
bro.
I think.
Oh yeah, 3-0 Space Station seems like the safe bet. So we'll go there.
No surprise that it's going to be the Destiny's going to wipe that one clean. It would be, they have the chance to do the funniest thing. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but expectations, we could get a little bit crazy on Sunday. But Dante, thank you so much for joining us on the desk. I want to give you a chance to shout out your socials and whatnot. Yeah, just give it a chance now.
All right. Yeah, just follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dante with an H at the end. Same with Twitter. I mostly use those two. So, yeah, thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys.
See you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining.
Dante.
Enjoy Hunter's stream too,
Yeah.
I guess, while you're watching.
I will.
Bro's gonna be cooking him in the chat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's just get straight into this SSG versus DhillDucks matchup. SSG definitely looking to cement themselves, considering the rocky start to their season.
Yep, thank you very much, Ash, and thanks to Dante as well for joining us. Spacestation, Rose, they need to win here. They need a 3-0. They need to just kind of clap DhillDucks and then just move on. They are banning the hog. Okay, this is a really good one.
Nah, that's a defensive ban. That's a defensive ban right there.
This looks great.
Kellen Ball, Kellen Winston.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be protecting the ball for sure.
Yeah, that's the sauce. Well, although to be fair, Spacestation don't need help on Ilios. They have lost both of their series they've played so far, 3-1, but the one win has been on Ilios. So yeah, I hope they win this one.
Yeah, hoping. All right, Kellen on Winston, no ball for now. Baz on the hazard instead. That is holy damage. Wow. Well, fight stuff. I'll see you soon. That's it. All right, there's a team kill. Just pointing along, and yeah. And then Racer switches to the Reaper.
Oh, okay. I mean, with no Tracer on the docket, then we've got the Reaper and we've got the Freya. Okay.
Surprised they didn't roll out with it. I mean, PDK's in, of course.
I feel like, though, with this backline CJ Bliss, this becomes way more powerful when you actually do have control of the point. Razor. Okay, we at some point actually need to get a log of all of the different crosshairs for each player. This one.
You do not need a crosshair for this hero.
This is too big.
It can literally cover the whole screen. It doesn't matter. It's Reaper. Nice name, by the way, from CJ. You don't need a crosshair.
No.
I'm no crosshair gang on Reaper right now. Oh, I don't think get that kill. Surprisingly, Sugarfree's there with the follow-up though. All good.
No.
Don't let Resident Seeker die. Or she does fall, but Rose, they are holding it down right now. CJ and Bliss is immortal. Back.
Kellen went to body block the escape and be a real one so that Sugarfree could get the kill.
Legend. That's the
Now he
teamwork
gets the
there.
nano as the response. Like, that's his prize.
Rose, they've got EMP, they've got Bolus, and DhillDucks not got much life in them right now. Gonna have to hit themselves with a regroup real quick. Frothy Philly going pretty low, can't get sniped. It'll be a disaster if they do. Looks like they're gonna be able to get out. This is a whole heap of ults they're running into.
I would say that there is a chance to come into this, but because Spacestation hit the EMP first, I'm gonna say that chance is gone.
Yeah, nice two-man EMP there from Sugarfree. Or Cupcake, Donut, Red, Zerk with Frost through it, as we know it. Yeah, kind of with the Primal Rage. Yeah, that's it. That'll be round one for Spacestation Gaming. Okay. So you probably see a bit of Kellen Ball maybe on the next map, but the TP from Razor unfortunately not making it to the point. It was a couple of centimeters outside their hitbox, so that is 100-0. SSG.
Ooh. I really don't know what to tell you about what DhillDucks do to fight this. I do think part of it is maybe not playing the Reaper. Reaper is just so difficult to actually get in there into the fights when you just have to Wraith form in, and then you don't have Wraith form to leave if you need to.
Yeah, and like everybody's so mobile on the side of SSG too. Bit of a best map for the Reaper, although it's still going to run it. Holding down the point though, I will say, is a bit easier here for Razor.
Oh, that was beautiful. Sorry, the virus just like a perfect frame into the Freya was crazy.
Yeah, getting that virus down, honestly, on someone like a Freya, I mean, that's it. You're just done. Malware throughout the system.
Red X is
Ain't
not
no
gonna
way
play.
you're surviving that.
No.
Red X dead. All right, Bliss. Okay, well, there's the cap for Space Station. The easy one thus far.
And Spacestation are playing so well with this high ground. I think this is where we can really see the true strength that Spacestation brings as a roster. They've constantly been touted as one of the best dive teams in North America, and it's been unfortunate for the last couple of series. We haven't really been able to see them live up to that name. But Ilios, this is their playground. But PDK, oh, they're actually starting to get some kills together on DhillDucks.
All right, that's going to feel pretty good. There's a TP across as well. Woo! Nice little tap on Seeker's forehead as well. Okay, DhillDucks end up capping the point. Get that initial kill there. You are looking, as DhillDucks, for PDK to pop off here. You're looking for a couple of double taps, or at least a tap with the explosive shot. Baz jumping in.
Just
That's
so
really
much
what they need.
responsibility, though, on PDK. Oh my god, they don't see him.
They are clueless. They are absolutely clueless. He's waiting for CJ to step through the door. He misses. Oh, he missed! Oh, PDK! He's dead. Oh, PDK. What a sleep CJ as well on the replay. Damn. That is tragedy. Shakespeare couldn't have wrote one better.
Oh, oh no. Oh,
Race is TPing
Jack.
in front of like 4 people. I mean, yeah. That was unfortunate for PDK there. Maybe if PDK had the ult, that would have been a little bit different, but fortunate for Freya for DhillDucks.
I mean, there's a bola shot now. It's PDK's been able to get a couple of picks, but having to use the Suzu just to top everybody up before you go in.
Oh,
And
dearie
he's
me. Wow, Seeker. Different PDK. Nice little bit of tech there from PDK, sliding over the roof to try and get the Ebola shot onto the Ana. They did get a cap though. And racing out on the point has got the rush to kind of play around as well. Pretty scary affair there with the Reaper, but a nade onto the point and then a primal raging Kellen. 6 Baz over the edge. They won't be holding this one for long, sadly.
Good attempt, though. They did throw the Kitsune Rush and the bola shot in, and they'll still be able to have the Reaper ult to go maybe with something like the Downpour. If they really wanted to combo those 2 ults together, that is an option available. Red X having the sound barrier there. I mean, the tough part is that Spacestation can pull the trigger first. With point control, they've got Sugar Free set up, the EMP. They can even go in with an aggressive sound barrier if they want to. I think the onus is on Spacestation right now to just not drop the bag.
They're trying to kill Red X before he can sound barrier. Sound barrier comes in, hits 3. All right, but Race is already dead. EMP still available for Sugar Free as well. This fight's going to be really tough for DhillDucks. They're on the wrong side of the map as well. PDK takes down Bliss, but they're fighting against the clock and they're fighting their inner demons right now. So Spacestation Gaming kind of rolling over them. Yeah, that should be map as well. Yeah, Red X was under so much pressure. Really nice heads-up play from Sugar Free, honestly. Just running at Red X. As soon as they know Lucio has got the sound barrier, you got the little passive there from the Sombra. You're trying to force that guy to Ajax, or you're forcing him to use a sound barrier in an unoptimal way. Did just that, and ended up winning that map 2-0.
Sugar Free didn't even have to use the EMP. You could see him waiting, like once the sound barrier was gone, or even when we saw some of those mobility cooldowns gone. Perfect time to just hit the EMP and finish out the map there and then. But it just felt like DhillDucks couldn't find any purchase. These fights were so hard. Even when they had ultimates, I felt like Spacestation were such a cut above that the ults just did nothing.
Yeah, it's worth keeping in mind for DhillDucks. Same could be said for Supernova as well. Both the promotion and relegation teams coming through from the stage 1, a little event there. So
yeah, certainly an impressive feat to be able to make it through the promo and relegation.
Exactly. And you are facing Spacestation, one of the best teams in the region, who are pretty mad that they lost their first 2 series to both teams 2-0 after first week.
You're hanging with the big dogs now.
Yeah, you are exactly right. And getting the experience here for DhillDucks will be nice, even if you are getting kind of slapped around by SSG right now. So definitely things you can kind of take away from this series, despite maybe coming into this one knowing that you're going to get 3-0'd. Although, you know, it's still high. Confidence has to be high. You just got to rally the troops, like Dante was saying, and just hopefully go for some big plays to get some nice kills and even some capture points as well. Here's the map pool. DhillDucks' pick.
Well, you kind of know that with Kellen in the roster, you're going to see a lot of Winston, see a lot of Wrecking Ball. I almost wonder if you just decide to go escort, pick Circuit Royale, and then you don't really have to worry too much about going for the the option of like Gibraltar or Dorado later. And you don't have to ban out the Winston. You just kind of know that later on down the road you could have that ban later.
Yeah, the bans are going to be tough because you're gonna probably ban Freya at some point versus Seeker. There's kind of a list you have to go down because at this point it's like, do you really go in like banning like a Kellen Ball? I think Kellen's like, okay, we can just run Ball, we can run Winston, it doesn't really matter. There's like Squid's actually being subbed in for CJ. Okay, so I'm getting some little bit of time in the sun here for Squid. All right.
Yeah, so Squid, CJ backline. Is this double flex?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're gonna get Squid some playtime, it's probably best here. Looks like a King's Row selection from DhillDucks.
So, like, definitely could see the double flex backline here.
100%. 100%. Don't mind this. Like, you at least want Squid to play a couple of games if you ever require Squid to come in and play something. You can play the Zen here if you really want. Maybe go for something a little bit more aggro like UV was doing earlier. Juno, Kiri, something like that. I mean, there's not too many people that are like Lucamino on that Kiriko pick, but on King's Row at the very least, there's a lot of off angles, especially on first, that you can play to be just kind of a thorn on the side, or a kunai on the side, I suppose. If you're Space Station's game plan. We'll see if DhillDucks end up coming through with any kind of Freya ban here, because another fantastic pick for this ban.
Well, I could spoil it for you. There is no Freya ban. DhillDucks have decided to use their ban to ban out Winston.
Okay, so Kellen's definitely going to play Ball. I would imagine.
Or
you can play Rush. Yeah, I mean, you can play the Rush. I'm going to be honest. I think if you're Kellen right now, you're like, yeah, whatever. I'll just play Ball. Like, it's cool. And then SSG ban Moira. Okay, classic. Okay. I'm just cooking them with this one, guys.
What Roadhog ban on first map, Moira ban on second. I really targeting the non-meta heroes right now.
Yeah, I mean, hang on to doing a little bit of trolling.
Maybe a little.
Got the trolling stick and doing a little bit of trolling. I don't think Moira is ever really going to be played realistically, but it is what it is. I see Kellen play the Wrecking Ball on King's Row, and Seeker just continue to be on the warpath on the Freya. As we do jump on in.
I keep forgetting that we, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Damn, Kellen, come on, man.
I don't know where I was going with this one. Oh, right. Sorry. Squid being able to play like Kiriko. I was getting there. I was like, which one switched out? We have CJ and Squid. We could maybe at some point see like Zen Kiri or like Zen like Ana, but
the greediest of backlines. I like it.
But attack, I think, is where we would see it, if any, with the greedy backline.
Right. Kellen not balling. This is so sad, actually.
Jack,
Brissa probably the safer pick. I'm gonna be real, but
I don't know how much ball I want to see from Kellen.
Nah, I enjoy it. I'm a Kellen ball lover. I'm gonna be honest.
You're
oh, okay.
You're a Kellen ball lover. We gotta revisit and workshop that later.
Oh, we're not okay. They're not TPing. Okay, we're gonna switch. All right, Razor back on the Reaper.
They thought about it, but I think this is a better choice, just to kind of lock in to the Freya early. The Reaper, though, you gotta show me something special, Razor. Most of these Hellfire shots are gonna get eaten up by the Sarissa. Fortify's not gonna do you too many favors against it either. And all the while, you've got Razor and Baz on the front line. Sugar Free is just going to wreak havoc for Frothy Philly and Red X.
Oh, they killed Seeker at least. Not before Red X died and PDK died, but he's got one. Now chasing the Reaper. He's trying to TP away. Oh, it doesn't even get the animation off. Rest in peace.
Yeah, well,
Come on, are you kidding me? I mean, what am I witnessing? Baz is trying to spawn camp Seeker.
This is
Frothy Philly's dead.
Wait, they get a tick.
They got a tick. They did get a tick. And Baz is still behind him, waiting for the passive heal regeneration to come in and the mega health back. All right.
Well, isn't your front line just gonna get
There he is.
picked off?
It's Baz. Okay, they know about
Oh, violent leaping.
Oh, the hack as well. Hauled himself up in the sky, and Kellen spears him in the face. Oh, what a shot. PDK. Yeah, he said to Kellen. Nice attempted flank there from DhillDucks, but fortunately sniffed out pretty fast.
Baz is switching to Zarya. Ooh.
Okay. Okay,
right.
protecting PDK and Razor a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more in the Reaper basket now.
We've got the bubbles. We've got PDK also switching over to the Sojourn. This was the hero pick that PDK mostly played in promo and relegation as well.
There's the rush coming through. Nice little TP from Squid away. Double headshot. Even a headshot with the virus there from Sugarfree. Nice stuff. Yeah, the Zarya unfortunately does kind of get eaten alive.
I think
by
Baz
this
will
call.
switch if Razor's going to Echo. I was thinking Baz might switch going to... We have a Mercy pocket for an Echo, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks weird. He's done.
Alert all people, we have a Mercy pocket on an Echo.
He's dead. Nice GG. Oh, and the TP. EMP connects. Here's the Mercy. Oh, she's doing business. No, she's not. She's right-clicking somebody. Highest form of skill in Overwatch. 55 seconds to go for DhillDucks. 40% though. They did end up getting that first checkpoint earlier on.
I don't know if... I don't know if Orbital Ray is enough to get them any more. But if
the
Squid
hack the
plays
Mercy.
a little too...
Oh, Kellen's just gonna go in. The Mercy's surely dead. Yeah. Kellen's in the spawn. All right, Frothy Philly down. Mercy dead. As we see Razor being chased by Sugarfree.
Wait, pause,
Baz
chat?
and PDK do come up with some kills. There is 18 seconds to go. But this Zarya is just getting, kind of owned. Resurrection comes in though. It's huge. The value is crazy. Okay, they should be able to get a touch. The Zarya is going to be close enough.
But does Baz have bubbles? Okay, Baz has a bubble.
On at least. And Sugarfree's more than happy to kind of fight him there. Now Seeker up in disguise again. Retouch required. Here comes the rush. Now Seeker with the bowler shots. The Graviton Surge connects with Squids. And even Seeker 2 jumps into it, gifting Redix that kill. A Frothy Philly on the Mercy is put 10 feet under as DhillDucks get 44% roughly.
44% is still progress, Jack.
Yeah.
If you look at it in test terms, I don't know if there's a letter that corresponds with that, but it's progress. You got some questions right.
Well, when I was doing my A-levels, I got between 20 and 30% for some of my exams. I failed them all, so I'm all too familiar with that number. Or I'm not familiar with that number because I didn't get anywhere near 44%, so rest in peace.
Unlucky, Jack.
Look,
Oh
I just
my
didn't pay
goodness,
attention,
CJ
okay?
didn't die.
Yeah. 16 and 12. Not bad for CJ. Kellen. I'm probably not going to play the Ryan. We'll see what the defense has to offer.
You know, he could
DhillDucks.
if he really wants to. Now might be the time to play the Reinhardt. No,
I mean,
wait.
Baz is running out on Ryan. So, I mean, are they going to honorable Ryan duel? I mean, I'd be down. If I was DhillDucks right now, like, you're in the chat to Kellen, like, hey, Ryan, question mark? They got Razor on May, too. I mean, decent Ryan comp for first on and a full hold, so.
You got the
Very
Cassidy
doable.
to play a little bit closer with the Reinhardt too. I mean, I think Spacestation see this and they're ready to play ball. Not like actual ranking. Well, not
so.
that was a bad sports reference. Not actual ball, but like Reinhardt ball. Oh, or Roadhog.
Sugar-free soldier.
And
Okay,
Lightning
Kellen. Okay, Kellen's just playing Hog. I was like, surely he's just going to TP and then like hook or something, but no, He's just playing Hog. Red X is dead. There's the wall, and Kellen now just doesn't get to it. Oh, he still gets the hook, though. Oh, no, he's dead. Don't worry. I panicked. Seeker kills 2, though, so... And Froth until he is dead.
And Squid is still on Lifeweaver. Is this going to be like the first map that we see Lifeweaver win?
Oh, the sleep!
Yes. No!
Oh. Okay, map over and done with. Sugar-free Soldier and apparently Kellen's Hog, a little bit too good. There we go. 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the time bank. The Space Station get that 44%. Unfortunate for DhillDucks there, but honestly, mad respect for running out with the Rhine on defense.
Oh, 100%. Someone give me the Lifeweaver stats. I never thought I would see the day.
Looks good. Yeah, it's not much to really break down from that map, obviously. But yeah, DhillDucks having a little bit of fun with it, which is what counts here. As Space Station do lead the series with a 2-0 as we go into our 3rd map. And I would like to see a little honorable Rindal, Kellen. If you're listening, Kellen, if you can hear me,
deliver.
Ryan.
Wait, but what if we saw like a Pharmacy duel on both teams?
I can't think of anything worse.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so
Pharmacy
how silly do we really want to go with this? we get Kellen on the Hog.
Yeah. Like
or we get Kellen on the
Bastion
Rhine.
and Torb for Sugar-free and Seeker.
Yeah, double turret.
And then we got like Brig and Lucio.
Brig and Lucio.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 7 deaths for SSG, 36 for DhillDucks. Definitely having a little bit of fun here with this series. And you got to. It's good to see PDK in as well. Like you said, really good Sojin player on the ladder. Very, very good. And playing in the OWCS now, and obviously playing against Seeker, Sugar-free, like literal world beaters. Like remember Seeker's initial foray into the Overwatch League on Boston Uprising, going just sicko mode on the Sojin. Looked one of the best to ever do it in the West at the very least. He looked really clean with it. And if you are DhillDucks, you're looking at this series and you're like, okay, so we are expected to lose. So coming out and just enjoying yourselves, I think is the aim of the game here, and I think they're doing just that.
Try to have as much fun as possible. Try to take away some memorable experiences and some tips for your next couple of matches. And I do feel like some of your best growth moments happen when you were at your most uncomfortable. So I'm really hopeful that maybe DhillDucks can take away a learning moment from this. But
for sure.
But yeah, and I guess good for Space Station. Looks like they're gonna get their first match win.
First win
crazy
on the board. Yeah, I mean that 3-1 versus TL and then the 3-1 to Nightmare. It's like, damn, okay. I mean, you're getting eaten alive in that series by Zera on the Team Liquid side of things, but yeah, just having a little bit of fun. Yeah, let's jump into a custom game. That'd be actually,
was that how we settle our 3rd map? That's how we get ultimate silly.
TXX.
Total mayhem. Up the ult charge, 200%.
200% ult charge, yeah. Or we just got the stadium decider. We just play like a little stadium match.
That would be so fun.
That'd be kind of fun too.
And so wrong.
DhillDucks with the map pick, of course, and then the bans too. So we'll see where we end up landing. We'll see if... Oh, we're getting a roster update as well. So actually, Squid out, Bliss in. Squid,
okay.
You did well, fella. You got how many wins now? You got one of one. So that makes 100%. That's all I'm saying. Squid, my goat, essentially.
Well, if we do see Bliss coming back in, I think we're probably going to see some type of either, I was going to say flashpoint or push. Would probably make the most sense.
Flashpoint, yeah. Suravasa is the pick, Rose. What's that?
Nailed
so
it.
yeah, they probably want to run Bliss on the Lucio here. That's why they're putting Bliss back in. No double flex to be seen.
Imagine if he gets banned.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Like at the end of the day, if you're having Bliss in, to be fair, I trust Bliss on like a Brig, like anything else. To be real with you, same. You're okay if you're Space Station. We'll see what Hunter's got to ban. I wonder if it will be a funny hero again. I run it. Is it going to be a Corb ban or a Sim? I think Simban would actually, you know, not make sense, but like wouldn't actually be the worst thing of all time.
Junkrat
like,
ban.
Junkrat ban,
That's the
Obito
one.
ban on Suravasa. Like, yeah, I mean, he could do anything right now. In fact, we are getting the bans in now. So DhillDucks have banned Orisa. No more Kellen Orisa. And Spacestation have banned Bastion. Close enough to a funny ban. No more Bastion for this next map.
I was so ready for the Bastion and Torbjorn comp
Yeah,
from
double turret.
Spacestation. I'm being
Got Bastion with his
denied
little hat.
my fun.
Dude, Bastion's awesome. You remember anybody freaked out, not freaked out in a bad way, or like freaked out in a good way when Bastion in the Overwatch 2 like trailer or whatever it was, and it was like, oh, Pog hat.
Yes.
Everybody was going crazy with the Bastion hat.
You know, I saw a real life Ganymede today, or yesterday. Like, well, because like Ganymede's like the bird, the little yellow bird.
Yeah. What bird is it?
I don't know, but it was very yellow. And
Oh,
very
okay.
cute.
I thought you. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I thought you were going to be like,
backyard.
actually, it's this. I have no idea what Ganymede. Wait, let me look this up.
I'm actually about to look this up too.
Ganymede.
Type.
Ganymede.
Oh, it's
Gany.
Ganymede's appearance is similar to a
Looks like a cardinal,
Xanthocroic,
though.
yellow
Oh, okay.
mutant northern cardinal.
Oh, it is a card. Oh.
Yeah, Xanthocroic is the name for a mutation, I guess, for the yellow coloring.
Right. There's
Pigeon
a bird
jump
you don't
scare.
want to see. Dude.
Speaking of birds,
Pigeon of... Yeah, I mean, look, Ganymede's way cuter than the pigeon, I'm going to be real. Ganymede's actually pretty epic. You know,
Ganymede's
the
adorable.
best skin actually for Ganymede is... And this will continue to be the best skin for Bastion, is the Lego Bastion. Like 100%.
Yes.
Like a little Lego red and blue little dude. Looks pretty sweet. Anyway, back into the serious enough rambling. Who's on the phone? Kellen. He's calling Chengdu Hunters right now. Unfortunately, Kellen, I'm sad to say I'm not sure they're going to pick up. But Kellen looking for advice on how to play Winston. All right, let's go. DhillDucks running out with Baz on the ball. And then Spacestation with Kellen on the Winton sugar-free Reaper.
wow, the Reaper has switched sides. I'm shocked.
So red form there to avoid the manual hack.
Oh, base skin.
Trade though. Rat
Based-
Hunter or whatever it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
like from the Nutcracker series.
Point unlocked. They do trade CJ4 Razor, so actually, if you look at it from DhillDucks' perspective right now, they go a little bit quicker. It might be all for the better. Red X playing the Moira. Haven't called that out yet. So we did see a band earlier on, but Baz ends up going down on the ball. Moira very vulnerable to these dive comps, but PDK putting up numbers.
Yeah, PDK really showing up now. They're still playing with serious business here on DhillDucks. Frothy Philly with a big pick on a Blizz too. That's going to be DhillDucks taking control of this flashpoint. And now we can really start to hone in on this Kitsune rush that Frothy Philly's building up. I think that the dives have been quite good between PDK and Razor, so they just kind of have to keep that up. I know the Moira is a little bit funny throwing it into the mix, but I feel like it's great to be able to kind of get it in with the dives, and Red X is backline Moira.
Sugar-free is like playing range with the Reaper. It's kind of funny. So sitting up on the high ground like he's an Asher or something. Baz does end up getting in for the touch. But DhillDucks still have control, and their ability to stay on the point is going to be hindered at the moment, since Baz is like 1 HP. Red X chased down by Sugar-free. They still control the point. So Spacestation do need to kind of get it popping right now. PDK pretty low, gets out of there as it's like Seeker's recall was forced.
But DhillDucks still get away and just need to wait for one reinforcement to come back. Red X, Razor taking out Sugar-Free. This should be a clear advantage for DhillDucks as they build up to this EMP, and they still have this pulse bomb.
Bliss is going to go down though. Frothy Filler with a nice little kunai headshot. Pulse connects on the ball. Baz survives. Might be a rush to the point right now for Spacestation, but it doesn't really feel like it at all, as PDK is just controlling the space over time, and a coalescence for DhillDucks as they cap the point. Kellen with a Primal Rage, and Sugar-Free with a Death Blossom. Guys, the point's been capped, unfortunately for yourselves, so results not doing all too much.
Uh-oh. This is danger zone.
Have we become too silly?
Maybe a little. Maybe just a touch. I don't like the Reaper here. I didn't like it from DhillDucks either. Maybe we'll get a switch. But for now, even though Spacestation make their way to the point first, DhillDucks have so much onus. The EMP, they've got the minefield as well to be able to cover the point. DhillDucks could just overwhelm, even past the sound barrier. They have enough damage.
Slam and a manual hack. There's another kill for PDK. Made that 2. This Kellen dead. The silliness has come to an affront. Spacestation Gaming. Now losing control of that point again, and they're going to let DhillDucks cap it first. Sugar Free now on a Sombra. See if Sugar Free ends up just pulsing and switching as well. Okay, this is yeah, a little bit more close than you'd expect.
I don't think that Sugar necessarily needs to switch. I feel like because DhillDucks are still playing with the Tracer Sombra, that's a fine DPS duo to stick to, unless you feel like you're going to have a bit more impact on something like the Freya. But even here, it's really hard to run it because where's your verticality?
EMP's good. Beat comes in though from Blaze at the perfect time. Good stick as well. My word, that was really nice from Seeker. They were trying to hound down the Moira a lot of that time, and the EMP was just perfect from Razor. So Spacestation with the answer, and 73% is what DhillDucks will claim on that point.
Still last fight territory for them, though. And maybe they come back with a Coalescence, maybe even another pulse spam. PDK's been farming these up so fast.
Okay, Rose?
Yes?
It's just thinking back to when Spacestation played the ball on this map. And then, yeah, we're destroying, right? And they had, what, like no deaths or something on Kellen and Sugar Free.
Huh?
By like X amount of minutes.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like Baz is playing Malga, but like, still, it's kind of reminiscent of what Spacestation have been through before. There's a Primal Rage kill, though, from Kellen. I don't want to speak too soon, but scary things have happened on Space Station.
I'm trying not to think about it so we don't accidentally manifest it into the universe.
See,
Baz is thinking. Either thinking or waiting with the team. They can't get there.
Okay. One apiece. Okay, here we go. Sugar Free still on the Tracer.
Oh.
Baz over to the Hazard now, so no wrecking ball.
Decides to switch over to the Hazard, and I think it was tough to just make sure that the Wrecking Ball had the staying power of point presence needed to actually duel on these flashpoints. Is Red X flanking with Coalescence?
The solo Q Moira, it hits again. It hits different, honestly. So a manual hack there on to Baz. There's a whole lot of healing. Sugar Free ready with his EMP. Look at everybody grouped up as well. Boom, it hits 4 people on the side of DhillDucks. Didn't hit Red X. The Moira is still getting forced out. That fade used and he getting hot pursuit, sound barrier, and a rush committed from Space Station to make sure the fight is finished out real quick. They've overlapped the support ultimates, lads. It's okay. Space Station is still in the point.
Well, then it's not bad, is it? if you win the fight, then technically a little bit overzealous. I would have liked to see Space Station hold on to an ult here, especially with the sound barrier. Razor's still playing the Sombra. You have to assume that the EMP is coming. And PDK with a pulse bomb too. Obviously the overhealth can expire, but I would have been nice.
Oh,
Doesn't matter though if Seeker's just destroying.
Yeah, Seeker just farming right now. PDK trying to make it interesting though, but Seeker gives him a nice little back whack.
Baz gets hacked. Baz violently leaps away, gets chased down.
Yeah.
That's gonna make this
a
retake
big
super hard.
Yeah, let's find a fight now on this point, Rose.
EMP and Pulse Bomb, but can you actually get in position where you can find value with both of those ults? You can see Razor fighting for it. Knows that you have to be able to get to the point at some point, make sure that you can trigger the overtime, and even better if you're able to get a member of Space Station down in the process.
Oh, wait.
You missed?
I think Razor was trying to go over that high ground. That EMP is decent, but there's no follow-up. It was a flip. There's a 99% secure there for Space Station, and now Keller can just pull the Primal Rage, up for the Moira. or maybe even just turn his attention to Baz, who has nowhere to go and no spike guard left to defend himself with. Rest is history. There it is. Space Station. Silliness has ended. All serious business now. 2-1 from Suravasa.
They focused up. I think we would have had a lot of extra question marks if they didn't. I don't want to even think about a world where it's like a 3-1 for them, but they have the EMP now.
It's happened before, it could happen again is all I'm saying.
No.
Overwatch is a funny history of repeating itself, but it looks like it won't be happening exactly as we saw before. So we'll see. Space Station with an EMP though. That's a solo EMP on Frothy Philly. They do end up managing to secure the downpour onto Kellen, but the descending members of Space Station Gaming and just overwhelming them like a tidal wave of players. Top of your back line. Coalescence used, and this Moira now without a hope or a dream left. Now without an ultimate, it's going to get sent back to spawn.
I wonder if Redix is going to switch or stay on it after using the coal. Well, because I kind of thought that you already lost so many members. Maybe the Coalescence would have been good on this next one. Like inside of a Kitsune Rush, that sounds so fun as a Moira. But Space Station now with this flashpoint control, double support ult, Seeker's got a pulse bomb. They even just let the rush rip as soon as DhillDucks come around the corner.
Okay, well, sound barrier does connect though. Blizzard's sound barriers have been extreme value thus far. Go for the fantasy points, I'm sure. Razor dead, and then yes, Seeker he's kind of on fire on this Tracer right now. Just rolling. It's hard to really stand up to the lad right now. Well, should be a kill on the Tracer as PDK is chased all the way up to spawn, and now once more, DhillDucks find themselves in final fight territory as they're getting killed at the spawn doors.
Seeker's dead. That is a little bit of time to at least get back to the point, but violently from Baz, and you're starting to run out of cooldowns to make it there. Even Redix is getting chased away.
What a fight. What a fight, one engagement. Kellen and Redix just staring at each other, right-clicking and left-clicking. Insane stuff. All right, 99%. They find the flip again. But Redix is dead. So a quick re-engage here, and an EMP connects with both DPS of DhillDucks. So PDK couldn't even throw in the pulse bomb. And unfortunately now, DhillDucks are going to lose the point and lose the series. A 3-1 on Suravasa as Space Station clean sweep them and find their first win here in Stage 1.
Very confidence boost saying that this looked to be a very decisive 3-0 at that. Especially after the first weekend that they had, I think a lot of Space Station fans were baffled, befuddled.
Yeah, frustrated probably.
Bamboozled.
Well. Yeah. But yeah, a win on the board is a win. We mentioned before, like Space Station's strength of schedule. They faced both Liquid and Nightmare in week 1. Week 3, they faced GK Esports. So the 3 toughest teams they're facing very early in their run through the regular season. So it's gonna be a hopeful win here against GK, but in theory, Space Station continue playing like this. Their series or their season, even the stage, not the season. I'm just confused at this point. They look pretty good, was what I'm saying, going into playoffs, despite their current record.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing, right? Is just like understanding the schedule, understanding the matches that SSG do have ahead of them, and the fact that even though they're starting down right now, the expectation is that it should be quite the easy climb back up as far as like in those standings here for the round robin stage, right? But a much needed dominant win for the side of SSG coming out here. Rose, this is what we expected up against DhillDucks, and if it went any other way, I think there would have been a lot of concerns, and it was important for SSG to even also assert dominance in this head-to-head.
Absolutely. SSG 2, I think Jack was really kind of hitting the big focal point of that first week with the strength of schedule so front-loaded. I hope that this is a team that's going to scale through the late stage, you know? They just needed the warm-up. They got the hard matches out of the way, and now hopefully they can bring themselves back to that glory that they had in Stage 1. They didn't make any roster changes. I think they were the only team in North America to not change a single thing, and they made it to the Champions Clash. They showed up on the international stage. I think that's really where you have that contradiction and that juxtaposition of like, well, we just saw you and in China, but like what's going on in this first week?
Yeah, I think the other thing that we have to look towards here for SSG is that this is also a very experienced team when you're looking at these players here, Jack. This is a team where even though they are starting down, they are going to have that understanding of the difficulties of the matches that they're starting off their season with, and it shouldn't be an issue to bounce back or really affect their mental all that much as the season goes on.
Yeah, it's definitely some frustrating losses, but like you said, it's not like these players have not been through that before. Like even in the Overwatch League or like last year in the OWCS, like they're gonna be okay, and a much needed win in a competence builder in general. I mean, you're coming in thinking you're gonna win against this team anyway, but like doing like that, little 3-0, rest up and prepare for next week. And I can imagine they've probably already been preparing since the start of this one, because DhillDucks we're probably going to be at least, a 3-1 at the very minimum there. So yeah, it's nice for Spacestation to get the first one on the board.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. I think that also now looking over for DhillDucks, for this team, it's like the opposite story. Their schedule, Rose, is only going to get harder, unfortunately.
But scaling?
Late game scaling.
Another team that's
late game
scale into the late stage,
It's tough as one of those regular those promotion teams, right? You come in and you're facing such like well-established talent and well-established teams that have either been around for a long time together and have that synergy already built up, or just a ton of insane players that have been in the Overwatch League there and back, or even like some of our players have played in Apex like way back in like 2016, so it was always going to be tough. And I think regardless of their final like scoreline at the end of the stage, I think you could be happy with yourself that you made it to the OWCS in this manner.
That is for sure. But we've got an interview on the line with Unter for SSG. So let's call him in here and have a little bit of a chat with their first win on the board here for Spacestation Gaming. Looking forward to chatting with you, Unter. One, congratulations on your first win for the season. And I guess, honestly, I'm kind of gonna breeze by this matchup because the expectation was for you guys to 3-0 this team within DhillDucks. And I kind of want to actually chat more about the fact that we saw the first deferral of a ban from you guys and in the entirety of OWCS last week in your matchup up against Nightmare. And I guess everyone's been wanting to kind of like have a chance to talk to you about it. Was that kind of a plan to like bait out that Winston ban from Nightmare earlier on in the series?
As much as I would like to pretend that it was all about ego, you're right. It is just about baiting out a ban where you feel like you have multiple options. I think last stage I was begging. I was on my hands and knees begging for the option to ban second if you have the top seed or if you're in the winning position, because banning first can actually be disadvantageous at times. But even someone that doesn't understand the draft like me can see that. But this time around they let us do it, so it was really nice. It was really nice, and it didn't work for us. But it's good that the rule change happened at least, because it was really just a bait out a ban where we thought we could play more than Winston. Didn't work out though.
How did you feel? What were the comms like? And how are you feeling after that Suravasa against Nightmare? Because that was like Kellen just dominating, Sugarfree just dominating with like 0 deaths and stuff, and then you come in and that wasn't exactly like the way that map was supposed to go. Like, how were you feeling then?
Look, I mean, I don't think anyone was terribly pleased. We were up like 2-0, 99-0, and we managed to fumble the bag so aggressively that 2-0, 99-0 position turns into us losing the series 1-3. So I guess nobody was terribly pleased with that. I think I might have, given a bit of a love tap to my desk after that one, just quietly. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that one doesn't happen again. You live and you learn. And what do we learn? Don't play like shit.
So true, dude. Wow, the coach, I can feel the coaching aura like coming off me right now. My God.
As simple as that. But Hunter, it looked like you and the team were having a lot of fun with this one, with some of the bans that came through for these maps. Did you feel like the vibes were high and the team performed as you expected, even with the opponent that you had?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think I can tell you, because I was streaming the match and I didn't go with my team. I let CJ do the bans and I thought I'd just make a couple of bucks streaming instead. Like, I wasn't there for any of it. So I don't know what to tell you about the vibes. Yeah, I mean, I just got a bunch of people typing Gaga in my Twitch chat instead. That works for me.
Wait, but did they pass the eye test for you while you were streaming? Like, were you enjoying what you saw?
I wasn't enjoying any of it. I hate match days. I feel physically ill watching matches. And when I saw Lenny on Reaper, I thought, oh, we're going to lose. And then we did. And it was like, they're just torturing me. They're just doing this to torture me. We've got a free win and you have the audacity to make me sweat. Like, I hate it. But, you know, fair enough.
It's for the content, Hunter. Don't worry. Like, it's for your stream chat.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just,
They're farming the content for you.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry,
it's
you were
what I
going to
get
say?
for not showing up to work today. Yeah, it's just my punishment for not coming to work.
Hey, they gotta find their fun somewhere, right? If it's not gonna be in the stomp, it's gonna be in torturing the coach. But thank you so much for having this interview with us. Congratulations on the first win for SSG, Hunter, and good luck at the remainder of your games here for the round robin stage with SSG.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Amazing. We finally got a little bit of that insight that we were looking for. You know, I think we were guessing a little bit when it came down to the ban deferrals and whatnot, but nice to actually kind of like get that chance to talk through it and also like hear a little bit about how SSG are feeling. But before we wrap this up, let's take a look at our player of the match for this one. We've got to give kudos out to